All right, what is going on, guys? Paul James here, and in this video we are doing a more in-depth tutorial on how to make $1,000 by identifying these websites. So yesterday I uploaded a video and everyone really responded to it well, but a lot of you guys wanted to know more about this strategy and wanted some more in-depth tutorial on it. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you how people are going out there, they're making $1,000. So let's dive right in. So here's an overview. There has been a big rise in what's called ADA lawsuits. And what it is lawyers partner with people who have disabilities like being deaf or blind, certain things like that. And if there's a website out there that isn't catering to their needs, the lawyer can then target these business owners and file a lawsuit against them for not catering to their needs. So in the case of someone who has vision disabilities, not having the option to be able to make the font bigger on the website or different colors or different contrast. So that's kind of what's going on, and websites that do not have these features are really a target. Now, there's been some notable mentions in the past recent years, just in the past couple of years here. Beyonce was targeted and settled a huge lawsuit, and then Domino's also was targeted, or Dominios, according to my screen. So I want to explain how we can identify websites that are not compliant and then offer them a solution to help them get compliant for only $1,000, which honestly is a steal, because if you look at some of the other solutions on the marketplace, they're in the thousands and thousands of dollar range, like even more than 1,000, like multiple thousands. And if they don't fix it and they get hit with one of these lawsuits, the average lawsuit is between $30,000 and $50,000 to settle. Now, I got a comment on one of my other videos that I did yesterday, and it wasn't a very logical comment. It said something about, this video is not accurate because these guys aren't targeting small business owners. And frankly, that is just completely false. It's not true. They are targeting small business owners, and using that kind of logic is like the same kind of logic like I'm not going to wear a seatbelt when I'm driving because my chances of getting in a car accident are low. Like you still wear your seatbelt, like you're still going to take preventative measures to make sure that if you do get in a car accident, like it's not going to be as bad, right? So anyways, I thought that was kind of odd, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's get into the steps. Step number 1 is that you need to make sure you're subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on. It's an optional step, but I'd really appreciate it because I'm going to be sharing some awesome strategies. And if you like money, then this is the place where you want to be and where you want to hang out. Okay, step number 2, let's get into it. You need to identify a business owner whose website is not compliant. Now, there's a lot of tools out there on the market that actually do this, and they're basically scanner tools. And what they allow you to do is it's a special tool where you go and you input a potential business. So basically, you could go into Google, look up some businesses that are in the area you want to target, and then you grab their website URL, you plug it into the scanner, and the scanner will tell you if they're compliant or not. So I'm going to actually show you one on the screen here and show you how this works. All right, so I'm using this one right here. Web accessibility. I'm going to go and just search Google for plumber Cedarburg, and I'm just going to find a random plumber here. Let's check out this one, JJ's Plumbing. So I'm going to grab their URL. I'm going to right click. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it into this tool, and I'm going to click test. Now what this tool is going to do is it's going to scan the website. It's going to look for any compliance issues, and then it's going to give me a report detailing exactly what's wrong. Okay, so this one found 5 violations identified. So it's going to tell you exactly what they are. You can go through and you can look through them, but this is going to give you a good starting point of where they could fix their compliance issues and get more compliant. All right, so now that we know how to identify their compliance issues, let's move on to step number 3. And step number 3 is that we're going to provide them with a free report that the scanner produces. So you saw how when I ran that report, it told me these are the things that are wrong. You're not compliant in these areas. What you can do is you can go and then provide this website owner whose website you tested with a free report. So you're adding up a little bit of value up front to show them that you've done some legwork and that you've identified some things on their website that could be fixed. Now, naturally, either they're not going to have time to fix these things themselves, or they're not going to feel like fixing it themselves. And since you went and did the legwork and pointed it out and helped them with that, you've built value up front, you've gone and built up some trust, they're going to naturally trust you to fix it for them, which is where you come in. So you're going to offer to fix the issues that the scanner detected. So let me show you an example of what fixing these issues looks like. Okay, so what's going to happen is you can add a plugin that puts this little tool on your sidebar like this, and it's going to allow you to increase the text, decrease the text, change the scale of the website. You can move the contrast, different backgrounds, link underlines, readable fonts. So like all kinds of different things that are going to make it easier, and you can reset it back to normal, that are going to make it easier to actually cater to people who have these different types of disabilities. And overall, it's just a better thing to do for the client and for your own websites anyways. So there are multiple different WordPress plugins that do this. There's different software tools on the market that will allow you to paste a line of code if they're not using WordPress. You could just go do a Google search and look for different solutions on the marketplace that do this, but that's basically the fix. This is what the service you're providing to actually fix this for them and set this all up, based on what the report says, of course. And then we move on to step number 5, which is actually getting paid. So this is as easy as sending a PayPal invoice out to the client for $1,000. You may choose to make this actually step number 1 or step number 2 after you subscribe to me and send the invoice first and get paid up front. Or you could potentially do 50% down, get 50% up front, and then the other 50% once you complete the work. And then what I always recommend you do is ask for a referral after the work is completed, because business owners are probably going to have business owners' friends or like different people they work with, like maybe like a supply house that the plumber works with or an accountant that they work with, things like that. And they can refer you to their friends, and then you can make another $1,000 off of their friends, and then you can get referred from them, and it just starts to snowball really quickly once you grab your first client for this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this video. If you like this strategy and it's something that you wanna take action on and you're really serious in considering about pursuing this, I'm gonna leave a link to a more in-depth tutorial, and it gives you a chance to get more checklists. So it's like more step-by-step of exactly do this at this time. A list of all the different tools, so the different scanners that are available that do different things, different ways to fix these issues depending on what kind of website they're using or what kind of framework they're running, a prospecting strategy, a list of outsourcers, so you don't even have to actually do this stuff yourself. You could just go and find websites that have the issues and then grab the client and then have your outsourcer do it, and then just like more training in general. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below of this video. It's a very, very great resource. I think you'll enjoy it. Anyways, if you enjoyed this strategy, please do me a favor and smash a like on this video. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you like money, tick the bell notification icon. I will update you every time I post a new strategy. But until next time, I am Paul James. Thank you so much for stopping by. Peace out.